Hey everybody, ready to take a deep dive into the future of sim racing. We're going to break down iRacing's Season 1 2025 update,
Oh, yeah.
straight from their blog post.
Yeah.
Where it's like new cars, new tracks,
Mm-hmm.
some game-changing features that have us pretty hyped up.
Yeah.
But first, let's set the stage a little bit,
Well, I think, 2024 was a big year for iRacing when you think about it.
Yeah.
Big updates to whether the oval racing model and even the way tires behave.
Yeah.
And it
Look.
really kind of sets the stage for what's coming next.
Okay, so let's get to the good stuff.
Okay.
Season 1 2025 drops on December 10th,
All right.
which is a Tuesday,
Tuesday.
a little bit later than usual,
Yeah.
thanks to the leap year.
Right.
But trust us, it'll be worth the wait.
Okay.
One of the biggest things, 5 brand new cars are hitting the track.
5 new cars. All right, let's hear it.
So first up, we've got the supercars, Gen 3. And iRacing is giving us 2 flavors here,
Ooh.
the Camaro and the Mustang. They worked really closely with supercars,
Yeah.
Chevrolet and Ford, to get all the details right.
Wow.
So these cars are going to be incredibly realistic.
Mm-hmm.
And for anyone who recently bought the older supercars, iRacing is offering credits based on your purchase date.
Oh, that's cool. That's a nice touch.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay, so maybe you're new to iRacing or just looking for like a fun car to drive around.
Yeah.
Well, the BMW M2 CSR is going to be your new best friend.
Okay.
It's free for all iRacers, and it's the perfect step up from those rookie cars.
I like it.
If you're moving up,
Yeah. The M2 CSR is a great car.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic entry point for new sim racers.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's also great for experienced drivers
Yeah.
to just kind of, unwind,
Yeah.
have some fun.
Yeah.
Don't think for a second that car can't be quick, though.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's still a blast to race.
For sure.
I'm excited about that one.
Now, if you're into GT3 racing, you're going to love this next one. The Acura NSX GT3 Evo 22 joins the lineup, bringing the total number of GT3 cars in iRacing to 10.
Wow, 10.
And let me tell you, the visual detail is incredible.
Okay.
They even worked with real-world racing teams to make sure everything is spot on.
So they're serious about GT3 racing.
Oh, yeah.
That's a huge commitment to the class.
Huge.
And it shows,
Absolutely.
putting their money where their mouth is.
Okay. And then, of course, we have the big one. The Ferrari 499P is finally coming to iRacing.
Oh, yes.
This is a huge deal, not just because it's a Ferrari, but because it's a hypercar.
Right.
It's going to shake up the competition in both the Endurance and Prototype Challenge series.
This is big.
Yeah.
The level of detail is astounding on this car.
Yeah.
They visited Ferrari HQ, worked with engineers,
Wow.
got input from real-world 499P drivers.
That's awesome.
Talk about dedication.
Okay, so we've got all these amazing cars, but where are we going to drive them?
That's right. Where are we going?
How about Thruxton Circuit,
Oh,
the fastest circuit in the UK? And they captured it in stunning detail using photogrammetry.
very cool.
And get this, you can even drive on the infield airstrip.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on.
Yeah.
Not during a race, right?
I don't know.
Okay, good. Just checking.
Keep it safe out there.
Trophy first.
Now for you dirt oval fans, we've got Huset Speedway, a classic 38-mile track that was recently revived.
Okay.
It's even going to be featured as DLC in the World of Outlaws dirt racing game,
Oh, wow.
which shows how iRacing is connecting its platform,
Yeah.
to other parts of the racing world.
It's interesting how they're becoming more than just a sim. They're
Well,
building this whole ecosystem around sim racing.
Absolutely. Okay, so besides new tracks, some classic ones are getting some love.
Hooray.
New Hampshire Motor Speedway is getting a major refresh.
It's about time.
And it's actually the first track to go through iRacing's, quote, NASCAR refresh project.
Okay.
They want to bring every NASCAR track up to modern standards.
Nice.
So they're serious about the accuracy and detail.
Yeah.
For anyone who already owns these tracks, the refreshes are automatic and free.
Okay, cool.
They're also working on a refresh for Las Vegas Motor Speedway, which will likely come a bit later.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so new cars and tracks are always exciting, but let's dive into some of the features that'll make iRacing even better for everyone.
Okay, let's do it.
First up, the debris refresh.
Debris refresh.
It might not sound like a big deal, but trust us, it changes everything.
I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Well, tracks are dynamic environments.
Yeah.
You've got gravel, you've got mud, you've got pieces of car.
Yeah.
All that stuff builds up.
Right.
Now iRacing simulates that.
Okay.
Take the Mulsanne straight at Le Mans.
Yeah.
That shoulder there is notorious for being covered in debris.
Oh, yeah.
and now that's accurately represented in the sim.
Oh, wow.
You can't just blindly run that shoulder anymore,
Yeah.
which adds this whole new layer of strategy.
I like it.
Plus, this opens up a whole world of possibilities for future features like tire punctures.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, like imagine getting a puncture from running off track.
Right.
It's cool.
And the improvements aren't just about the environment. You know, have you ever gotten frustrated with AI drivers that don't act realistically?
Oh, all the time, yeah?
Well, those days are numbered.
Okay.
In the past, racing against the AI sometimes felt like you were racing robots.
Yeah, it was predictable.
But now, they're getting smarter. They'll actually flash their headlights at you when it's appropriate,
Oh, wow.
just like a real driver would.
That's a nice touch.
So it's going to make racing against the AI much more dynamic and unpredictable.
You won't know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Keep you on your toes.
Okay. Now, for you gearheads out there,
All right.
let's talk about tires.
Okay.
The way tires are simulated in iRacing is already incredibly sophisticated,
Yeah.
but they're not done yet.
What are they doing?
The focus for Season 1 is on making the tires feel even more alive.
Okay.
You're going to notice a more dynamic response to your inputs. And they've added features like long-term conditioning for degradation.
Okay.
More realistic grip compounds, softer tire constructions.
Wow. They're really upping their game.
They're really focusing on those tires.
Yeah.
And they're already working on a new tire model called V10,
V10.
which is going to be a revolution in sim racing.
A revolution, huh?
I'm telling you,
Okay, I'm excited to see this.
it's big.
Right.
So basically, they're constantly working to make the driving experience more nuanced,
Yeah.
more realistic, more
I
engaging.
mean, that's what it's all about, right?
Yeah.
Making it feel as real as possible.
You can really feel the difference when you're behind the wheel.
Yeah.
Speaking of behind the wheel, one feature we're really excited about is the bump start for GTP cars.
Oh, the bump start.
You've been asking for it. It's finally here.
I know iRacing doesn't do anything halfway.
They don't.
They actually simulated the physics behind how a bump start works.
Yeah, it's not just an animation or a sound effect.
No, it's the real deal.
Well, speaking of sound effects, you promised to play us that bump start sound.
Oh, I did. Let's give it a listen. Oh, I did. Let's give it a listen. All right, here we go. Sound of a bump start.
Whoa, that sounds amazing.
I know, right?
All right, so we talked about Season 1 2025 update, but, iRacing is already looking ahead.
They are always thinking ahead.
Always working.
Always working.
They're working on some really ambitious stuff, like a complete overhaul of the Sim UI.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
A complete overhaul.
Yeah, the goal is to create a platform that's both powerful and user-friendly.
Okay.
So they're launching it in 2 phases,
All right.
starting with a familiar layout so that current users, won't have to learn everything from scratch.
Okay.
But then they'll be adding new features and customization options later on.
I like that.
They show some concept images, and you can tell they're thinking long-term.
Yeah.
Dynamic maps,
Yeah.
customizable dashboards, even multiple black boxes open at once for serious data analysis.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
They're really setting themselves up for the future.
And speaking of the future, they're also developing a brand new graphics engine.
Oh, wow. A new graphics engine.
I mean, the graphics are already pretty incredible.
Yeah, they are.
But this is going to take things to a whole new level.
Oh, so what can we expect?
Well, more realistic reflections,
Mhm.
better lighting, especially at night.
Okay.
And it's all thanks to this new way of rendering graphics called a deferred renderer.
Deferred renderer.
Yeah, have you ever heard of that?
I have not.
So basically, everything is going to look even more amazing.
All right. I'm sold.
I know, right?
Sign me up.
And it's not just about visuals. iRacing is constantly refining their physics engine, too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's going to be like a constant process, right?
Oh, yeah.
Always improving.
The force feedback is going to feel even more realistic. And then there's that revolutionary V10 tire model
And a 10-tire model.
that they've been working on.
Yeah, that's the one that's got everybody talking.
I know. I'm still trying to wrap my head around what that means for the driving experience.
Well, think about it this way. Imagine being able to feel every nuance of the tire's interaction with the track surface.
Yeah.
The grip, the slip angle, the wear.
Right.
It's all going to be simulated with incredible precision.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's going to be a game changer.
That's pretty wild. And to make sure everyone gets the most out of this new tire model,
Yeah.
they're even creating a new force feedback calibration tool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Because everybody's setup's different.
Exactly.
You know, you might have a different wheel, a different rig.
Different pedals, all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah, you gotta be able to fine tune it.
Yeah, for sure.
This will help you do that.
So they're overhauling the UI, creating a new graphics engine, pushing the limits of physics simulation.
Mm-hmm.
What else could they possibly be working on?
It sounds like a lot already.
Right.
I mean, what else is there?
How about something that a lot of sim racers have been wanting for a long time?
Okay.
A single-player career mode.
Wait, what?
Career mode is coming to iRacing.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
They're going to roll it out in 2 phases.
Oh,
First, you'll have AI championships,
okay.
so you'll be able to race against increasingly challenging AI opponents,
Right.
climb the ranks, and then later on, they're going to expand it into a full-fledged career mode with more depth and storylines and stuff.
Oh, wow. So you're saying, like, I could start from the bottom
Yeah.
and work my way up to the top, just like a real driver?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
I'm so excited for that.
And it's not just career mode that's getting some love.
Mhm.
They're also making big improvements to race control.
Oh, race control. Yeah.
The system that handles penalties keeps things fair during races.
Yeah, sometimes it feels like it doesn't do that so well.
Right. They've actually brought in a new engineer who specializes in race control systems.
Okay.
He's already made a bunch of bug fixes and improvements.
Good.
We're also going to see new features like better multi-class starts.
Oh, that's great.
So cleaner racing, less frustration, more realistic experience overall.
I'm on board with all that.
I know, right?
Sign me up.
And there's one more thing you're going to love.
Okay.
A save game feature.
A save game feature.
You mean like being able to save your progress mid-race?
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
That's amazing.
I can't tell you how many times I've wanted to save my progress in like a long endurance race,
Oh, yeah.
especially when you're racing against the AI.
Especially against the AI. It's like you could be leading,
I know.
halfway through,
Yeah.
and then you have to go do something. You got to shut it down.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a game changer.
All right, so we've covered a ton of new features, but let's not forget about the content,
Right. The cars and tracks.
Yeah.
The stuff that keeps us coming back.
iRacing is constantly adding new cars and tracks.
Yeah. What can you tell us about what they're working on?
Well, we've got Gen 4 stock cars,
Okay.
multiple RCA manufacturers, completely rebuilt Legends car, and new NASCAR Cup Series tires.
Wow.
They're also refreshing the physics for IndyCar.
Nice.
And then there are the Ferrari collaborations.
Ferrari collaborations.
It's like they're building an entire motorsports world inside iRacing.
They are.
I know.
And for track editions, we know Portland International Raceway and Miami International Autodrome are being worked on.
Okay.
With Adelaide possibly coming too.
No kidding, Adelaide.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I love that track.
Me too.
Wow. I'm starting to think iRacing's taking over the world of motorsports.
I know, right?
They're everywhere.
Well, they're certainly pushing the boundaries of what's possible in sim racing.
Yeah.
But all this innovation, it really begs an interesting question.
What's that?
You said it before with all these updates and the direction iRacing is heading in.
Yeah.
What does this mean for the future of sim racing as a whole?
Well, sim racing's been around for a while,
Yeah.
but I think we're at a really interesting point right now.
Okay.
iRacing is making it more accessible,
Yeah.
more realistic and more engaging than ever.
Yeah. I remember when sim racing was pretty niche, you needed like expensive equipment and, oh yeah, a lot of technical know-how.
You had to be like a computer whiz
Yeah.
to even set it up.
But now anyone can get started.
Yeah, and the technology just keeps getting better.
Yeah, for sure.
The graphics, the physics, even the way the cars feel,
Right.
it's becoming incredibly close to real life.
And then you add VR to the mix and it's like,
Oh, forget about
it's
it.
a whole other level. You strap on a VR headset, you feel like you're actually in the car,
Yeah.
feeling the G-forces, the vibrations, even the wind in your face.
That's got to be wild.
It's incredible.
It's pretty crazy.
It really is.
But it's not just about the technology, though, right?
No.
There's like a real sense of community in sim racing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
iRacing's built this amazing platform that brings together people from all over the world
Yeah.
who share a passion for motorsports.
And the competition's fierce.
Oh, yeah.
You've got drivers of all skill levels,
From beginners to pros,
Yeah.
all battling it out on track.
It makes it exciting. Oh, yeah. And you never know who you're going to be racing against.
Right.
And there's always someone pushing you to get better.
It's like real racing in that way.
Exactly.
I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing more sim racers making the jump to like the real world.
Oh, it's already happening.
Is it really?
There's been a bunch of cases where sim racers have impressed real-world teams
Oh, wow.
with their skills and actually landed pro drives.
That's amazing.
It's pretty cool.
Talk about validation.
Yeah, that's got to be the ultimate validation,
Yeah.
to prove that those skills you honed in the sim translate to the real world.
So what are your final thoughts?
I think we're witnessing a revolution in motorsports.
Yeah.
Sim racing is not just a hobby anymore. It's a
Yeah.
legitimate form of racing, and it's only going to grow.
You really think so?
Oh, I have no doubt.
I think you're right.
And iRacing's at the forefront of that revolution.
Yeah, they're leading the way for sure.
They're constantly innovating, pushing the boundaries.
Setting the standard for everyone else. If you're a fan of motorsports, even if you've never tried sim racing,
Yeah,
give iRacing a shot.
definitely.
You might be surprised how much you enjoy it.
Well, that about wraps up our deep dive into the future of iRacing.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
It's been a pleasure.
And until next time, keep those wheels turning.